Over the evening's 5 matches in the Betway Premiership, we had 12 goals scored, 3 of them up north in Polokwane at the old Peter Mokaba Stadium, as Polokwane City for the very first time this season were beaten at home, and it had to be Orlando Pirates to score right at the death in ensuring that they hold on to top spot on the Betway Premiership standings after 19 matches. And that's exactly where we start then, particularly in the second half then, Vila, because after huffing and puffing in that opening 45 and creating plenty of chances, it finally did come as Orlando Pirates basically picked up in the second half from where they'd left off in the first.
Yeah, I think they were very much wasteful. I mean, to certain moments whereby you thought they were flirting with not getting the perfect result, right? And I think for De Jong, he does exceptionally well here. Brings in the ball, cuts in the ball. Very much Mufokeng stays in the hunt, stays in the perfect place. I think for him just to continue being around the area. What I'm happy about is that they have the numbers inside the box. Because there's been a struggle whereby sometimes a fullback will cross in the ball, you just find one person, which is in the first half, you'd find Mufokeng against 4 defenders, which were very much taller. But now having them in the presence of having the right people in the box, it gives them a chance. And rightfully now, they were very much in the driving seat.
Yeah, they certainly were. It is Rele Mofokeng starting his reign as the reigning player of the month, off to good effect.
I think I have to give him credit for reading of the game. I say reading of the game because the central 10 in De Jong has moved wide to supply the cross. Now he's the opposite 10 that is supposed to be on the left-hand side. Now he sees the gap that De Jong has left for him to go and occupy that space. So for me, it shows maturity, tactical intelligence for him to be in the correct position at the correct time. Because any young winger, you are taught, when the ball is on the opposite side, you go inside and become the secondary striker. And that's what really does so well to be able to get that goal. Great positioning, good composure to finish.
Yeah, certainly is yet another headed goal by the young playmaker, second headed goal of the season for Rele Mofokeng. Now, what we did see is that coach Abdeslam Wadu certainly didn't look too comfortable with a 1-0 scoreline. He makes a couple of attacking changes. The likes of Moremi come on, Tito Masonganyi come on. You've picked up that what they were given, or the task that they were given, it seemed as if they were failing. That's purely in converting the numerous chances that were being created.
I think when you get to this moment, it's where you speak about the coach's influence. When you speak about the coach's influence, is when a coach looks to his bench and brings on players that can impact the game and elevate the game to the next level. What Wadu does, he says, maybe Mahopa is running out of steam. I need to bring in Mbutuma, fresher legs, a striker that stays more central. He looks at Tito Maswanganyi and says, no, he makes a lot of third-man runs into the box. Maybe that's what the game needs. You can see good interchange from Orlando Pirates, good patience. First touch not that great, but it's an opportunity that Mbutuma finds in this instance to put Pirates in the lead, but he does not take that opportunity. Then my thoughts starts to say, when you miss so many goal-scoring opportunities, you are flirting with danger. Yes, he narrowly misses the target, in this instance, Mbutuma, but if you are going to win the league, you need to be clinical and finish up opportunities like this.
And it wasn't just him, was it?
Yep, it wasn't just him. I think also then comes in Tito, whereby he should be clinical at this moment. You should bury these chances. Perfect pass, well spread in, he sliced it in. Bata sliced in the pass, perfect run to make it, well timed it. I think now you should kill off the game. Now this is the moment where I felt now you are flirting now with not getting the perfect result for with these conditions at the same time, because the conditions were not so great at the same time. I gotta say, they were not so good for Orlando Pirates, but they did it the ugly way under those conditions, which is now the takeaways under extreme measures, under extreme conditions. Then Pirates are also able to play for the results. So with that said, you can take that away. But at the same time, with the chances, understand now, it's neck and neck even with the goals. Yeah. So you'll remember this game, and you really don't want to go back and say we had these moments where we were not clinical. So learn from this. If then the next game says clean the game, score more goals, score more goals.
And again, shades of what Coach Abdeslam Wadu has really been complaining about as far as his side is concerned, not necessarily killing off games. And we've shown you those missed opportunities because as they were happening, Vila, you said something interesting. Pirates could come to rue those missed opportunities. Exactly that played out.
Definitely, because of now, the game says to you, I'm giving you opportunities, but you're not going to take these opportunities. Then I'm going to allow then a Polokwane City, which is in the right balance, is still putting themselves within the chance. For me, it's this duel and the aerial presence whereby they're able to win that first phase. The second phase, they stays alive. And then, of course, I think the anticipation then from Siema not judging the ball very well stands for Dlamini. And Dlamini, who's been very influential for Polokwane City. He stands in the right area. He anticipates very well. The bump for me is very crucial. See, this year for me is this duel. You deal with it, but then the second phase, like go again, they lose that one. And then it proves that, of course, because if you're not taking your chances, you're not very much clinical. And then now they're able, put also, I think Van Rooyen, he sees the runner. So go with the runner. But smart enough for Dlamini, slots it.
That's in the 86th minute.
It's in the 86th minute. What will be disappointing for Coach Wadu? It's a set play. You have to wait for the whistle to be blown. So you've got all the time to be set at the back. Orlando Pirates is 4 minutes to go. It's a set play, regroup, stay compact. They don't stay compact. The team is too long. And when the team is too long, that's where you find pocket of spaces. Yes, Makaula has got 2 opportunities to go for that aerial header. He loses the first, if he wins the first one, he loses the second one. I'm thinking that the back 4 is thinking, when Makaula wins that second duel, we push up. But he does not win that one. When the defense, the back 4 is ready to say, when Makaula wins it, we'll push up. He does not win it. So they are not focused on what is going to happen next to them. Dlamini, intelligently so, does not wait to take the first touch. He toe pokes it, and Sipho Chain does not deal with it correctly. Yes, the conditions are not that easy. Once it bounces in front of the goalkeeper, the bounce you can't judge. The acceleration of the ball after it bounces is difficult to judge. But when you look at Orlando Pirates, they have to learn from that to say, it's 4 minutes to go. A goal like that changes the whole season. Stay focused, deal with the opportunity until it is cleared. Good goal from Polokwane.
Yeah, and at that stage, it meant Orlando Pirates were now down to second because on the other side of the country, Mamelodi Sundowns were leading. However, you spoke about coach's influence, and it's a 9th time this season that a Pirates substitute has found the back of the net.
Venue for the season in the Betway Premiership, and of course Orlando Pirates needing the 3 points. I'm joined by the Betway Premiership man of the match, Oswin Apollo's top performance today. Congratulations in a venue that you know oh so well.
Yes, I just want to congratulate the team, for fighting after the equalize, and I'm so happy that we managed to get the 3 points.
The way you are able to handle the pressure, the moments that come with playing for this big team, tell us about what it takes, because on the ball you are so confident, off the ball you are still putting in so much work.
Yes, as players, playing for this big club, you're going to have to work with the ball and what off the ball. And what was most important is the players around you, who give you that confidence. Even if you have a bad game, they will always push you to become better in the game. So most important, like I said, is the players around you also.
How did you avoid the frustration when it hits halftime and you still need to come back in the second half and unlock that very stubborn Polokwane City defense? How did you avoid that frustration to still play your normal game up until the team was able to get that particular goal?
We knew it was going to be a difficult game against Polokwane. I think in the MTN 8 and in the league away, it was difficult to break them down. But at halftime, we knew, the coach told us that just keep calm, keep moving the ball, we'll get our chances. And we managed to score with Relay, and then they equalized. But we knew that if we keep the ball and be more patient, we're going to get the winner, and that's what Tito did. And overall, I want to congratulate the whole team for putting in the effort today.
Today you walk away with the Betway Premiership Player of the Match, but please know you've been giving out 10 out of 10 performances. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Not just stellar in this particular game, Oswin Apollos has been a very, very solid figure for Coach Wadu with regards to the way that they play and also how it is that they move the ball. Coach, I appreciate your time. Let's get your take on the 90 minutes. At times a bit frustrating because of the chances missed, but this is the type of grit that you need for a team that is competing for league honors.
Yeah, you mentioned it, but let's congratulate the boys. It's not easy to come to win in Polokwane. We know that it's a strong team, very compact. They play with the braveness, and the pitch today didn't help us. In that case, sometimes I don't understand that we have a magnificent stadium next to that stadium. And I think it's the image of the PSL as well, because PSL is one of the best, even is the best league in Africa. So I think we have to put the teams in the right condition to play nice football for the fans, you understand? But coming back to the game, we were very brave. We wanted to start this game and to score early. Unfortunately, we didn't. But we create so many chances. And I will say, well done, boys.
What are the important takeaways, Coach? Because it's only going to get tougher. Second half of the season, everybody's looking for points for different reasons. What are the takeaways from an Orlando Pirates perspective with regards to how to approach the next couple of games, how to stay in contention?
No, I think we have to keep the spirit because at least it's not easy to create chances, It means that we are in the right path in terms of football, in terms of what we are producing with the boys. Let's keep that. Let's keep this mentality, this character, the spirit of the team. And yeah, if we want to be more ambitious, we will have to definitely to have this killer instinct. But it's not the first time that I'm saying that. But I want just to be happy for the boys tonight, and yeah, we are going to congratulate them, and that's it.
Enjoy the victory, Coach.
Thank you.
That is the head coach of Orlando Pirates, Coach Wadu. With regards to the way that they played here today, this is the attitude, the winning attitude that they need going forward. Coach, the team suffers their first defeat here at home. Let's get your summation.
No, it was a good game of football. Good game for the people who are sitting there in the terraces. We gave a good account of ourselves. We didn't respect them that much. But I think when we came back from the second half, we didn't start well as we started in the second half, in the first half. And we didn't start well as we have hoped the start to be. And I think we sit back and we allowed them to come at us. And when coming at us, they overloaded all the flanks. But in the first half, we were blocking Hoto and Van Rooyen to go higher. And when they go higher, it was a good positional rotation from our left back and our winger. So we closed those spaces that they were looking for. But coming back from second half, the question was, after winning the ball, what are you going to do with the ball? And we struggled a bit to come out with those passes. We struggled a bit to come out with those long balls because we had only one player up front. So after correcting that, we started to play from the back and we started to make some good football rotations. And that goal came in the run of play. They scored and we took time to equalize. But when we thought we have equalized in the right moment, in the right time, we concede again in the critical phase, the critical moment, very, very, very deep into optional time. So in that way, you cannot come back at any given moment. But we tried, we got some set pieces. We couldn't put them on the right spots, and the delivery was not that spot on, but it's fine. Those are the things to work on. But I think the boys too gave the good account of themselves.
Coach, the team scores, you don't celebrate with them. In fact, you talk to Matebula and you're signaling 5. How disappointed were you with the fact that the team was able, or rather they conceded after he had signaled 5, to say maybe 5 at the back, let's try and maybe defend what we already have?
I didn't celebrate because you don't want to show the players the level of excitement that you are, because when you do that, they will be complacent. And I just called Matebola to signaling him the time that was left. And in that moment, I just wanted us to defend well, to be well organized at the back. But the ball that they scored with, it was something that it shouldn't have happened, because our left back was late to come inside, to shift inside, and we allowed a cross also on the right side. So those are the things that I think took part in terms of us conceding the goal. But the timing of the goal killed the momentum.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Ausrata.
Polokwane City conceding in the critical phases of the game, something that Coach Phumudzo is not happy about, especially after they had worked so hard to try and get level up against Orlando Pirates. Well, the title race is on in the Betway Premiership. Orlando Pirates come here at the old Peter Mokaba Stadium. They collect maximum points, and of course, the charge is on for league honors. With that said, from myself, Lerato Pago, the entire team that has truly braved the rain here at the old Peter Mokaba Stadium, it is goodbye and take care.
That is the most in the league. And again, it speaks of there is a steel about this Orlando Pirates outfit that we are starting to really see develop.
What I love is the maturity. They didn't show panic. How many opportunities did Dion Otto get in this game? To put an inch perfect cross like this one. Which he didn't. But in this instance, he is more composed. What he does well is he looks up before he puts that ball. He sees Tito in the box. We spoke about the box occupation. From Orlando Pirates in this, Muremi can cross this ball, but he says, no, I'll give it out to Otto. He has got time and space. Now, Mbutuma is attacking that near post. It means he takes defenders with him. It means the far post is open up for Tito Maswanganyi to be able to finish. It's an excellent finish. It's a delightful ball from Dion Otto. Yes, the credit goes to the players. Tito comes off the bench. He scores the goal. I go back to the point. Coach's influence, looks to the bench, brings on Tito Maswanganyi. He comes on for a man that goes on to win man of the match in Ozwinapolis, but he gets the winning goal. Well taken. Good tactical maturity from Pirates.
That's a 9th goal the Orlando Pirates have scored in the last 15 minutes of the game. Yet again, another stat in which they are the best in the division.
I think what's the takeaway from us? So what was beautiful about that is the possession, how they became patient, rotating the ball, not getting desperate and trying to force in the midfield where it's so compact. Clearly so they put it around because of that possession for me, the 54. It gives them the chance now to find that late goal whereby Tito comes in and scores. I think what I'm laughing about is that he scores it with his weaker foot. And that's a very, very difficult opportunity. But then under calm, cold eyes is able to execute. And then one would say, I mean, from that chance that he had, I mean, from those chances, you should take all of those. But the position for me is Pirates finding the patience, rotating the ball, seeing the moment, and then, of course, Otto with the width. As a fullback, he keeps it very much. And I mean, we've spoken about him, that he had so many opportunities to bring in the right football, whereby sometimes I would say, don't cross it. But then right now, he crossed it. And then as he crossed it, and then he provided that assist. So beautiful for Orlando Pirates, able to play under these extreme conditions, to keep their composure. Nothing to worry about, because if you string those passes, you give confidence to the team. And once you give confidence to the team, people are also coming into the box. That late run as a number 10, perfect execution.
Okay, and I guess the one thing that will stand out basically from those numbers we've just seen, that Orlando Pirates, they win by 2-1, ultimately. 14 shots on target. Again, Coach Abdeslam Wadu was full of praise for his side this evening. However, there will still be that nagging feeling that we're just not clinical enough to, I guess, maybe pull away from Sundowns at this stage.
You kind of
try and make sense of from what happened over at Loftus. Mamelodi Sundowns winning by 2-1 against Golden Arrows. Before we show you exactly what happened, this is the post-match interview that was conducted by Mpho Maboy with Coach Miguel Cardoso, who did not seem at all pleased.
Coach, this game had all the elements of an exciting match for all the fans that came out. There was a red card, there was a penalty, there was plenty of goals, but you yourself got a yellow card.
It was a beautiful match, very beautiful match.
What did you read into it? What did you read into the 90 minutes?
It was a beautiful match, very beautiful football match. Indeed, I think South Africa enjoyed a lot today. Beautiful match.
Coach, what has made you upset?
No, I'm not upset. I'm happy. We won. Look, the people celebrating. Everybody's happy. There's nothing to say. It was a beautiful football match. With different moments, different perspectives. Beautiful football match.
What were the positives that you take from the game?
3 points. We move ahead. There's another match ahead. Let's just move and continue.
Thank you very much, Coach.
So then, not showing too much as far as his post-match thoughts are concerned is Coach Miguel Cardoso. If you weren't watching that game, he was absolutely incensed at full time, in sense, basically as the second half was playing itself out. And again, we're going to see exactly why. My question to you is, do you feel he was justified in certainly not being happy with how that game was handled?
I think also he has a right to feel that way, because at the end of the day, I mean, as a coach, you don't want to be then, if then things are not going your way, then this is the way that, of course, you're going to be judged based on those situations. Because if he wants the referees then to take charge with the right moments and the right indications, then it was a penalty, or if not, it was not a penalty, then it was an offside. But you don't want to lose your job based on this emotion. So he has the right to feel that frustration, because at the end of the day, he has a job. You know, if then he had to lose his job this way, it would be so disappointing if then these things they go a long way. But on the other side, then you don't concede that penalty, it means you remain at the top, because of the goal difference puts you on top. But then he knows, he's very aware of that goal difference, because of then you take away the penalty, it's 2-0, you're still very much on top. So those are the things that are very much able to fuel this aggression and this frustration. Because of then you don't do those things the right way, then of course coaches are able to lose their jobs at the same time. And then also if then it has to be the referee that makes him lose his job, it's very giving him able to feel like this and being angry.
Okay, so what we are going to do is break down then some of the incidents that might have made Coach Mikel Cardoso feel exactly that way. And the man in the middle, the referee, was Siyabulela Kunta. And we're going to start with the red card that was given to Jaden Adams. A straight red card that was given to a midfielder that we all agreed was starting to refine his form. Phumudzo, we felt that this was indeed justified then. Straight red card here.
Firstly, we have to look at, he's trying to make up for the poor first touch. He tries to control the ball, to open up his body to go the opposite side, but the first touch was not so great, so the ball is exposed. He's trying to recover the ball at the same time. Mamelodi Sundowns are one of the best teams in counter-pressing. He's a little bit late. Now, let's just look at what might be going through the referee's thoughts. Does he play the ball? The answer is no. Does he get the ball or does he get the man? He gets the man. Is he endangering an opponent? The answer would be yes, from the picture that we're seeing. What was the excessive force used when he's going into the tackle? The answer would be yes, the force was there. So he says, does he get the ball? No. Is he endangering an opponent? He says yes. Is it excessive force used? The referee says yes. Therefore, that's why he gives the red card.
Okay, so based on that, then it's advantage referee in terms of making what we felt was the right decision. Again, a lot of debate going on social media. However, we go now to another crucial point then in the game. There was a disallowed goal for Mamelodi Sundowns, and it's a goal that was disallowed not too long before Arrows then did have an opportunity from the penalty spot. Disallowed, Vila, rightfully, wrongfully?
I think this was a very bad decision at the same time, because I think Reina stays very much in line. And I think what then is able to fuel to the Cardoso situation is that then you go 3-0 up, then you're still very much on top. And of course, with that decision now changes everything. That's the first frustration that starts to pick him up. Also, that says that was not the correct decision to say that was an offside, because of Reyners is very much in line. I think it was either Gianni there, the central defender, playing as the last man within that line. I think, yes, this is it. Let's have a moment here.
Yeah, this is the angle that was going to give us.
Yes, and it's a loss of concentration from Gianni. They are in line. The ball is being kicked right now, very much in line. So this was not supposed to be given an offside.
If you look at the picture here, the assistant, yes, perfect. The assistant ref is supposed to be in line with the last defender.
Right.
Let's look at the positioning of the assistant ref. Incorrectly positioned. So he's in no way going to make the right decision because he's not correctly positioned. Secondly, Reyners is onside.
Right.
So therefore, even if Reyners was offside, he will be interfering with an opponent because the referee would have deemed that he's in an offside position. Therefore, he moves in front of the ball to disturb the vision of the goalkeeper. If he was in an offside position, then correct. But Reyners is onside. Reyners can interfere with this ball anyhow he wants. But the problem here is the assistant ref is not correctly positioned. And that is why he makes the wrong call in this instance. Sundowns is supposed to be, in this moment, going 3-0.
Yeah, and top of the table. And even when he does make that decision, or when the ball does find the back of the net, he still hasn't recovered well enough to be in what we deem the right position. So there it is then. Referee Kunta says no goal there. And again, lot to feel aggrieved by if you are a Mamelodi Sundowns fan. And then this would happen. Golden Arrows get an opportunity from the penalty spot. Again, Kunta makes a decision, points to the penalty spot. In real life, we thought, well, perhaps maybe a good decision. However, it's when we have a look at this over and over again that maybe we are less convinced. Phumudzo?
We dealt with this in the Orlando Pirates game to say the correct call by the referee by cancelling the penalty that he had given to Orlando Pirates.
Right.
In this instance, I'm waiting for the assistant ref to then come and assist the referee in this instance, because when you look at this, the ball comes off the body of Phumudzo to the hand. So if the ball comes off your own body, which is it goes off his thigh onto his hand, the question is, does the ball hit Phumudzo's hand? Yes. But if it comes off his own body, there is no handball. The chest, then to the hand. And the referee consults his assistant ref, and he says, yes, correctly. It comes off his own body to the hand, and the rules say clearly, no handball. Phumudzo, it comes off his thigh, then to his hand. So therefore, there is no handball. There's no...
Time and time again, it didn't. It was a wrong call. So that's why also that action, look at this. I think it goes to his forehead. Slowly. Move away. Now look at, don't look at the head.
Forward a bit.
There's the
That is
forehead.
straight off the face.
The forehead. It touches the forehead. So that's why it changes the direction. So, of course, with that, that's why you'll be frustrated. So much frustrated that they went over and over for it and said, this is our jobs on the line. This is us going to the top. But at the same time, as I say, it's a matter of speed and it's a human error. Sometimes it happens and teams will benefit from this situation, and sometimes that's the nature of football.
And I guess that's the thing, isn't it? Because we've all, I guess, are comfortable with the notion that goal difference is going to play a huge role in who wins this Betway Premiership title. And if you're Mamelodi Sundowns after tonight, it's basically a 2-goal swing where you could have been 3-0 up, you're now 2-1 up, and you feel as if both decisions really went against you.
It's true. The third goal for Sundowns should have stood. It's supposed to be, before even we talk about the penalty and everything else, Sundowns is supposed to be 3-0 up. Unfortunately, we highlighted it. The assistant ref is not correctly positioned. So therefore, that's why he makes the wrong decision to say Reyners is offside. Reyners was onside. And if Reyners is onside, that goal is supposed to stand, then it's 3-0. Now you go to the other opportunity where we are seeing the ball deflects from his own thigh. And when the ball deflects from any part of your body to the hand, anyway, therefore, Mamelodi Sundowns was supposed to be comfortable 3-0 winners, but they go on to say 2 bad decisions from the ref, and it means that 2-1 is the scoreline, and that's why maybe the frustration from the coach.
2-1 the scoreline in Tshwane, 2-1 the scoreline in Polokwane. Is this how tight this title race is going to be between now and the end of the season?
It's exciting on the other hand.
It really is.
For me, it's exciting. Let's see how it goes, right? It's neck and neck. Let's see, man. It's exciting times. We haven't seen it for the longest time, whereby at this stage, people will be saying handing it to Mamelodi Sundowns. But right now, it's no longer handing it to Mamelodi Sundowns. It's neck and neck. So it's exciting times. Let's see.
Neck and neck after chapter 19 of a 30-game story between Mamelodi Sundowns as well as Orlando Pirates. It is the Buccaneers who move on top of the table by still just a goal difference. 1 goal separating themselves from the champions. And that was game number 7 then this season, or rather match day number 7 this season, which the two sides have played at the very same time, or rather on the same day. And it's only the 3rd time that both have been able to win. That is how tight this Betway Premiership title is going to be between now and the end of the season. We leave you with the knowledge that this weekend belongs to the Nedbank Cup quarterfinals. What a weekend it promises to be. But as for the Betway Premiership, it's done and dusted. A big thank you to Phumudzo, a big thank you to Sibusiso.